Let's play this
We
fucking
join
game.
our companions, Puck and Harold, running their way through the town center towards Victor and Talon, who are currently posted up watching what looks like another half-orc. Victor, you recognize this man. Talon, you also, but for a brief second. He was the half-orc who had informed you that there were bandits attacking the town. Puck and Harold, as you guys make your way up alongside Victor and Talon, Puck, you recognize that that's your friend, Goran, who's currently wrestling.
I would like to.
Oh, of course, yes, 2 silver pieces, and on your way you got a meat pie for Harold.
I assume I see them. I'll wave them down. To this, is there a place
Hey,
for
guys!
sitting at this pit? Is there a? So there's just like a crowd standing around the pit. Then I will show them the place where we are standing.
Talon's like full like popcorn watching the fight right now, like not taking in anything else.
Oh, Goran's fighting.
Yes, your drunken friend is quite good, actually, quite skilled.
Oh, hi guys. To see you made it.
Harold, good to see you out on the streets and not running.
Right.
This is good.
Oh, you guys saw that?
It was hard not to, my friend.
No, we didn't.
Don't lie to.
I didn't.
I saw you running.
Oh well, I had to make a quick run to the general store and drop something off, and I didn't want to leave the house unattended for a lengthy period of time.
Understandable.
That makes sense, Harold.
What are you worried? Why are you worried about the house? What's so?
Well, I said that I would watch the house while you guys were out at the festival. That was kind of the role and job I gave myself, and I didn't want to let you down.
Harold, that is so sweet, but we would love to have you out here with us whenever you're comfortable.
Truly, I think you're better served in the crowd. That way, if you see anything suspicious, this is likely where something suspicious will happen. You will be more equipped to stop it.
But for
that
now,
makes sort
we're
of
here to
sense.
have some fun, right?
It's wrestling.
Right. Fun. Today is about fun.
Come on,
Yeah.
Goran!
As you are all standing around, it almost seems as though Puck Goran has heard your calls and your cheers, and he starts putting in just a little bit more effort. It's much akin to his arm wrestle a few nights before, or the night before. And he begins to very quickly gain the upper hand on his dwarven opponent. This wrestling is happening, and people are shouting and cheering and having a real good time when Sheriff Toby actually approaches. Once again, the tall human form, slender but not sickly thin. Leather doublet, nice little sheriff pin on his right on his chest. Long slouchy beanie, like 10 inches longer than the one I'm wearing now. But he approaches from behind, and he rests one hand on Puck and the other on Harold as Harold eats his meat pie. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Hello, Toby.
Are you enjoying the fair?
So far, yes, yeah.
I just got here. These meat pies are really good. You should try one.
I have had many meat pies, thank you. They are good. Good.
Good.
You did really good in that little scrap there.
No, I didn't.
Lost the plot for a second. I'm sorry. Hey, Toby.
Yes, I am. I got tied up.
What are you doing here, Toby?
Well, I finished looking over that map, and I put a word out to get some information about those two gentlemen who went downstream, and I thought you might want to hear about it. Other than that, I've just been having a good evening, and I thought I might find y'all, as I quite enjoy your company.
Gorin, strike the dwarf in his knees. Dwarves are weak in the knees.
Victor, I see you're enjoying the wrestling tournament, eh?
There's quite a lot of technique to it, actually, and it is interesting to see how different people use their different styles of fighting to get an edge.
So you should get in there.
I might, if circumstance allows it.
Yeah. It's a fair festival. I'm sure circumstance will.
I'd cheer
We
for
should
you.
hear this. Toby has information for us first, so I think it would be prudent we get that, and then perhaps we could resume the fun.
Right.
Yeah, sure. We can do whatever. I just wanted to talk to you all, to be honest. You seem like fun people.
Oh, thanks, Toby.
We do?
Some more than others.
I enjoy your company as well, Sheriff, and would be interested. Do you fancy wrestling?
Oh,
Do you partake?
Wrestling, not really my thing. Much more of a duelist, you know, sword to sword. It's so elegant. Wrestling, it's a little dirty. Not really my thing. But thank you for the offer.
Very well. I will find myself an opponent, I suppose, if you wish to see me in the ring. It appears you do.
I'll do it.
I will find one. And I will wander about looking for someone who looks strong, but I could
sorry,
certainly take.
Victor. Before you go, I think Talon wanted to wrestle you.
I'll do it.
Very well. This will be. I've seen. Allow me to weigh the options.
Believe in me.
Yes, I believe
Okay.
I can best you in a fight. Let's do it.
Right.
I just like lean over the puck and just like, if they're fighting, who are we supposed to cheer for?
Well, we could cheer for both of them.
That seems kind of wrong to do. It seems like you're kind of in the middle and you haven't made up your mind about things.
Well, I mean, I could cheer for one and you could cheer for one, and that way no one's left out.
I like that idea. Okay. Who are you gonna cheer for?
Well, I saw Talon actually do the hammer and bell challenge earlier. I think she's got a shot.
So you're gonna cheer for Talon. So I'll cheer for Victor. Okay.
Okay. Who are you going to
Okay.
cheer for, Toby?
Well, maybe I will. I'll just. I won't cheer for anybody. I'll cheer for them both, and I'll just clap. You know, I won't say any names. I'll just clap very, very succinctly whenever something good happens or whenever something bad happens. How about that? Is that all right?
Okay. Oh. If Talon wins, give her a high five. She'll love that.
Like that thing where she claps another person's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So as Goran slowly begins to wrap up his wrestling match, Victor and Talon, you guys prepare to hop into the ring and wrestle each other to the ground. Just as you're on the precipice of entering into the ring, you hear from a ways away a deep voice that seems to be a little worried, or possibly very worried. You hear, "Oi, Sheriff! Sheriff! We've got a problem!" And you all watch as a dwarven man with a thick beard full of mud, holding another probably human, taller than the dwarf. He has him like wrapped, like fireman carried over his shoulders, and he seems to be bleeding a lot. The dwarf also himself seems to be bleeding quite profusely from like the shoulder and arm area as he carries this man up towards the sheriff and gathers quite a lot of attention as he does so. Okay.
I rush to them.
Yes, we're not fighting
I think we should investigate.
later. Yeah.
Is he all right? Here, let me take a look at him.
I think he's still breathing. I'm not entirely sure. He was attacked. There were claws and feathers. It was a real mess. Please just do what you can for him. Thank you so much, young lad. What's your name?
Puck,
thank
here,
you.
please lay him down on this table.
Sure. And he lays him out on the table. Harold, you recognize this man. You recognize this man as Dorothy's husband, the leader of the pack of hunters that takes up their residence here in Smolenskshire.
I will walk over.
I'd like to make a medicine check to initially see what's up with him.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your medicine check.
24.
Dude's got mad lacerations, like claw marks that rake from his torso up to his chest. Chunks of his flesh are missing out of his arms and out of his legs. He is still breathing, but he is in critical condition. He has lost a lot of blood.
I cast
Okay.
Cure Wounds on him.
Go ahead, roll your number.
Okay, let's see here. This might be. Is this the first time I'm casting Cure Wounds?
I thought you cast it
Think
last
so.
session.
Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's a.
Oh yeah,
D-
you healed
Yes, there we
Toby.
go.
No, that was
Talon.
Talon.
Oh,
Oh,
it was.
I heal him for 14 points.
Wow. Okay.
Life
You
cleric.
all
dude.
stand there along with Toby and this dwarven man as Puck. You lay your hand on whoever this person's body is. You make a little prayer to. I'm sorry. Who is you? You pray to Apollo, right? You make a small prayer under your breath
yeah.
to Apollo, and you feel this warmth, almost like the sun itself, emanate from the palm of your hand. And you all watch as these wounds begin to heal. Like, Talon's done some really impressive stuff so far, but this is by far the most intricate wound that you have seen healed. And the man is back to, like, 100% health. Like, he looks completely fine except for the shredded clothing.
By the light of the sun, cast out these shadows and heal thy wounds.
That was really good.
Thank you. Thank you, young man. Puck. Sheriff, I need you to come with me right now. We've got to go. I've got their names right here. It's Garrick. It's Garrick and Matthias. They're out north still. We got separated when the Griffins came out of nowhere, and they went north and we went south back to the town, and I think they're still out there, but we've got to go. They did this to poor Dimitri. I don't know what they'll do to someone else. Sorry. Garen, here's the thing. I can't have you leaving the town right now. I'm sorry, but we've just been attacked by bandits, and I know we don't look it, but the only reason we were able to fend them off in the first place was because these 4 people were here to help. So I'm afraid I can't have you leaving right now. They could be back at any time. They might be back tomorrow.
shoulder my mace and go, you said there's two north of here?
Aye, lad. There's two. It's Gerin, or it's Gerrick, and Matthias, and the one he's a dwarf like me, and the other he's a man. And they're I don't know what's wrong with them, but I've got to go back. I'll come with you. No.
Lead the way.
Gerin, I'm afraid I can't let you do that. We need you here to protect the village in case the bandits return. And the four of you, I can't ask you to do any more for this town. If you are willing to go and save these men, by all means, but I'm afraid we can't offer a reward for anything.
I mean, I just got left out of a fight because I couldn't fight Victor, so I'm down.
And
So I'm afraid
this man
that
and all this.
I'm afraid
Go
that
ahead,
Puck
sorry.
will die if we let him go by himself. And he seems determined, so I would rather keep him alive.
I cannot thank you enough for this, and Toby, I just want to say that I will not forget this. You're a fool. You're a damn fool. Anyways, we don't have time to waste. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna head north out of town, out of Smellamshire, follow the riverbank, follow the blood on the snow, you can't miss it. It'll take you directly to where we fought those maniacal beasts. But please hurry. It's 2 hours. 2 hours run, jog. I don't know, I was carrying a half-dead body, so...
Very well. We will find your wounded compatriots and
Thank you.
return them.
You said it's along the river?
You follow the river bend, and then when the blood separates from the river, follow the blood.
Would it be faster if we commandeered a boat?
No, probably not, because we'd be swimming against the current.
And by the time we had bartered our way into sailing passage, we could have been halfway there on our own 2 feet.
So we'll
Okay, well, there's no time to waste then.
Does everyone have their equipment before we wander into another battle?
go
I
anywhere
got my
without
armor,
it.
my sword. Never learned from my previous mistakes, so I don't intend to let go of these anytime soon.
Really proud of you.
It's a good step in the right direction. All right, let us be off. Where is the sun in the sky? What is the time?
Late. You guys are like, it's like 11 p.m. late.
Oh dear. Well, bundle up, I suppose. It's,
Are we gonna want torches or something to give us light along the way?
yes, I'll pull a torch out of my bag and get it going.
Good.
I'll carry light.
Okay. These men kind of
All right.
saved my life, so I would like to return the favor.
Very well, this will prove to be the most fun thing we do all night, I think.
Would have
I
liked
mean,
to
I read a
fight you
book.
now.
That was pretty fun.
I can agree on that, but disagree on the circumstance. We'll have time to discuss this on the road. Let's move.
Okay. Lead the way, Van, with the torch.
I'll lead and start making my way towards the riverbank.
All right. You gather all together, you get warm and bundled up in whatever clothes you have, and you make your way north, following the River Duaden and the quite thick trail of blood that leads you north. It looks like there was probably four or five sets of footprints, very easy to follow in the fresh snow, as it's been snowing pretty well all day. If you continue at a decent pace, you believe that you won't lose the trail. But just in case, can I get a survival roll from someone?
I'll roll it. I'm leading. 16 survival
Perfect.
for me.
With a 16, you are very confidently able to follow this path of footprints and blood along the riverside. As you all make your way, it starts to snow a little bit harder than it did, and you no longer have the protection of the houses and the trees all around Smalemshire proper. So as you make your way out, you notice that you're getting a lot colder. The wind is cutting deep through most of your heavier clothes, and just altogether, it's a fairly miserable time. The only person who's super comfortable would be Talon.
Sorry, can I just ask? You said there's no trees. Are we in like a fieldy area?
Yes. As you walk along the river side, it's mostly plains. Yeah, plains area.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yes, you continue following the path, and if you guys continue at a fairly quick pace, you make good time. The wind starts to blow a little harder, a little stronger. You get colder and colder. Luckily, you have the torch for some heat, but even that, you guys can start to feel like the numbness begins in the tips of your fingers and at the tips of your toes as you walk through the snow. You walk for about an hour, and things are relatively cold, but not bad. Can I get a Constitution check from everybody? Saving throw.
Saving throw
yes.
or just check?
Thank you for checking.
25.
Okay.
16.
17.
9. Okay.
9.
Luckily for you, we haven't gotten into the depths of winter yet, so a 9 makes the save, and you do not suffer from any ill conditions as you make your way further into the night. Another 45 minutes pass as you now see the bend, like the bend where the river goes one way and the blood and the footprints go the other way, northeast of the village. I'm going to put us over to the world map. And so you guys are here. I know that it's like super zoomed in, and that's where the river bends away from the blood and the footprints. Can I get one more survival?
Sorry,
Can
where are
you
we?
can you show where we are one more time?
Okay, there we go. That's on a different part of the map.
One more survival
what did you
from
need?
who's ever
Right?
leading, or from anyone really.
Oh, survival.
Sure.
18,
say
perfect. You are
18.
very easily able to follow the footprints a little further to the northeast is the direction.
This is now we had reached the part where they fought. Where the blood starts.
Not yet. You are still currently following the trail of blood a little further northeast.
I see.
Can I make a perception
Once we
check?
get there, I want to
Mhm.
figure some stuff out.
Puck, you wanted to roll a perception check.
I heard griffins mentioned earlier, so I just want to keep my eyes scanned for
Okay.
danger.
Go ahead and roll a perception check as you regularly check the skies. 12.
12.
You continue following Victor's lead as you trudge through the snow. I'm going to get one more Constitution save from everybody as it gets a little bit colder into your second hour of travel here.
That's an 8.
18.
Natural 2.
19.
21.
Luckily for Victor, the DC is 8, so you make it. As it is definitely starting to get cold, and the DC will only be going up from here as we make our way further into the night.
the constant perspiration that falls from Victor. He's always like sort of perspirating. It's just like starting to freeze on like every part of him, making his face hard to move.
Good.
Victor, you're looking a little white. Are you okay?
I'm just cold.
That's fair. I think we all are. It's bloody miserable out here.
Yes. It is hard to move my face right now.
Do you want to keep talking so that you can still move it, or not talk so that it freezes in place?
Stop talking.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys
Just head down, following
Okay.
the tracks.
in silence, you continue following the tracks until you, with your survival check, you assess that this is probably the location of the first strike by these griffins. You see large splotches, like blood spatters, as opposed to a trail. You also see large, like chunks of the snow have been like completely removed, and so that it's now just grass, like it's been completely torn up.
I'd like to assess, just try to get a sense by the footprints and the sort of markings, how many people were in this fight, how many people and how
Okay.
many griffins.
Go ahead and roll me another survival check. 20. Okay.
20.
So it looks like there was probably 7 people, 7 humanoids, and as your intelligence suggested, 2 griffins.
2 griffins, 17. But only 2 returned,
Yeah.
and 2 are missing, but that's 3 unaccounted for.
You had
Well-
only spoken with 2. It is
Yeah,
possible
well-
that the other 3 just went home.
Understand. So I'm looking for a separate blood trail to lead me to the 2 missing ones, Garrick or Matthias.
With your 20 on survival, you are quite apt, you're quite able to tell that it looks like the 2 sets of footprints that stray away from the rest, both headed in the same direction, looks like towards a line of trees in the distance.
There. They fled to those trees. They might not be far.
Can I cast Primeval Awareness?
Yes, but I don't remember what it does.
Do you
Yeah.
want an update on what that does? I have it for you. Use 1 spell slot to sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead within 6 miles. Wait, within 1 mile or in favored terrain 6 miles. So it'd be 1 mile here because it's not the forest. But they're in the forest. Never mind. I'm gonna go to the forest and cast it there.
Sorry, could you list what it detects again?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fiends, undead.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Alright.
Alan, what are you kneeling for? Come on, we must go.
Sorry, just trying to be helpful. Right to the forest.
What are you trying to do?
Oh. See if I could sense anything.
I mean, that's very helpful.
It would have been if I
That's loud.
did. What's that?
Is that above us, or is that in the direction of them?
That is coming in the direction of the tree line.
Hustle now! Come on!
Let's go.
I shoulder my shield.
Just like we're like full
Okay.
sprinting now.
So you guys gather your arms and you move into a full sprint towards the tree line. The sound gets louder and louder as you hear this almost it sounds like birds you've heard before, Victor, like seagulls or eagles, but like this deeper, bassier, and the closer you get, the louder it gets and the more intense it gets. And it kind of makes you all feel a little uncomfortable. Like, this is a big sound.
I know how to deal with birds, don't worry, and I pull my hand axe out. Start rushing forward.
Seeing Victor pull out a hand axe, Harold also pulls out a hand axe, not really sure what for, and just like holds it. But clearly, the person who knows how to handle birds pulled one out, so this must be what you do.
It is.
I'm just scanning the tree line to try and pinpoint one of these creatures.
Pull out
All
both
right.
swords.
So, as Puck, we're gonna use the same perception roll you rolled earlier, and you look into the tree line, and you just see darkness. Like it's super dark, and it's hard to tell where anything is. And you can all hear the sound, and it's close. It's in the trees, but you can't really make out where exactly.
If it helps at all, I
unfortunately,
do have
the
dark vision.
foliage is thick enough that dark vision isn't going to be doing much.
Just keep running towards the sound.
Okay.
Just heading towards the sound.
You all charge headlong into the forest following the sound. And then as you get within 75, 70, 65, 60 feet, and there. You, Puck, Talon, do half-orcs have dark vision? At 60?
Yeah, they do.
Do Genasi? Okay, great.
No.
Okay.
But I have a torch.
So at about the 60-foot mark, you are all simultaneously able to make out these two large shapes in this gray scale, and with the very faint torchlight, it looks like some kind of creature. It has a long, thin tail that whips out behind these two thick feline back paws, and as you follow the shape of its body, it's got this hulking torso that leads into these feathered shoulders and taloned forefeet, and off its back it has a large set of wings, the span probably 16 to 20 feet on both of them. Absolutely like very large creatures, and both with the faces of some kind of bird, possibly an eagle, possibly a hawk, but they have very large beaks, and they seem to be eating something.
I'm just gonna run right at them and go, shoo! Away with you! And wave my hand axe, but also like trying to get in and see what they're eating.
Okay. So Victor, we're gonna say that you move 30 feet up with your movement, so you're within about 30 feet of them. Everyone else, you're still hanging back about 60, and I am gonna have you roll for initiative.
Sounds good.
Everybody or just Logan?
Not friends.
That's a bad roll, lads. I'm about to get slapped up.
Oh, I don't know. I might have you beat.
So we'll do 25 to 20.
Okay.
21.
21.
Okay.
You and me, Logan.
20
Save me.
to 15.
I ran in without raging again.
Oh no.
Nobody 20 to 15? Oh boy.
Nope.
15 to 10.
Lower.
10 to
Oh.
5.
Lower.
9.
7.
Hey. Uh-oh.
That's a 2.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Healer should
Agreed.
go last. Healer should go
That's
last.
fine. Yeah.
That-
Talon.
Yeah.
You see Victor lunge toward,
Yes.
like move quickly towards these two large feline avian things, waving his hand axe, trying to like get in on this action. And you see in a moment, you recognize with like that keen hunter sense that you have that they are not at all intimidated by Victor, and that they plan to attack him. You have this moment to prepare yourself for combat before they strike. What will you do?
Slayer's Prey an
Bonus.
action or a bonus action?
Bonus.
Does anyone know off the top of their head before I have to Google it? Bonus. All right. Great. I am going to pick one, anyone, whichever's closest to Victor, and I'm going to identify that as my Slayer's Prey.
Okay. You target the slightly larger of the two griffins that are sitting there eating over something. You identify it as your Slayer's Prey. What else would you like to do?
I'm going to get up and stand in front of Victor because I don't have the movement to get all the way
Okay,
to
so
them.
you're gonna use your movement to get. With your full movement, you can get to beside Victor. To get in front of him, you're gonna have to use your your action as well.
Okay, that's fine because I can't get right to them.
Okay.
So
You're just gonna pull up beside me.
I'm gonna pull up ready to protect because you are not prepared.
Just
This is not where you're supposed to be.
hold your action. They'll come to you. Don't
So
worry.
yes, Victor, you witness as Talon bolts out in front of you, very keenly intent on the larger of the two griffins in front of you. And as she gets into place, you go to give her heck like, no, behind, I'm big, behind. And immediately they both launch. Seeing Talon move triggers them to move as well, and they both fly in towards Talon. Talon, they do have the movement to get to you where you are, so they are both going to attack. They're gonna give it all they got.
They're not going to attack me.
No, you are
Flaily boy.
behind, and they are not that smart, so they are both going to attack Talon with their multi-attack. So, first attack is an 18.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, second attack
That hits.
is a 12. Miss.
Doesn't hit.
And miss, so you're only going to take one attack from. Good round. Although that is going to be 10 piercing damage as the first griffin lands directly in front of you and plunges its beak kind of like into your shoulder area as it bites down and takes a bit of flesh back with it as it pulls its head up. With their turns done, that brings us to Harold.
Okay.
Seeing Talon get attacked, I'm going to rush up beside Victor and just, should I throw this thing?
Hit it!
Yeah. And I'll throw my
larger
hand
or
axe
smaller?
at the. Which one hit?
Big boy.
Then I'll throw it at the big boy. So this is with my dexterity instead. Natural 20!
All right.
It's amazing what you can do when you use weapons.
You're right, it really is. 10
Nice.
points of damage. And then I'll just draw my sword. And stand there like, okay, I did a thing.
All right. Harold gets prepped, pulls his sword after landing a vicious blow. You see Victor and Talon. You see as Harold runs up beside you, flailing the hatchet. Looks to Victor, and Victor, you just go, throw it. So you watch Harold without even thinking. Like, for the first time, you see him act without thinking, just doing as he's told, launches the hatchet, and it lands right, like, hits this griffin right in, like, the feathery neck area, and you see it start to bleed profusely. He's made a good mark. Next up is Victor.
Right. Do I have a bead on what they were eating?
At this distance and with them kind of in the way, I'm going to go with no.
All right. There's no time then. We're in the thick of it. The ground right now, if I were to set my torch down, it wouldn't
Like if
extinguish
you
it, right?
Just drop it? Oh, no, if you plant it, you're fine.
If I were to plant it in the ground, will that take an action, though, to plant it?
I'm going to say to plant, yes. To drop, no.
But if I drop it, there's a chance it might get put out on the snow.
No.
Okay, great. I'll just sort of lightly toss it to a dry patch so I can continue to see. And I will pull enlightenment off of my back and go, all right, this is for the ones who don't respect the axe. And I will go into a rage. And this time, my rage, you can see the like frozen bits on my face when I just sort of like stomp and they shatter off and my hair flies back and is now drifting as if I'm afloat in the sea. As my black hair just sort of like drifts off of my body and I go into a rage.
Your head's gonna freeze like that.
Time to roll, motherfuckers. That's a 2.
Yes.
I can teleport.
For anyone who is unfamiliar, Logan, you are playing the Wild Magic Barbarian, is that correct?
That is correct. I'm playing the Wild Magic field. Which means when I rage, crazy shit happens. I rolled a 2. For those keeping track at home, a 2 means I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see, and until my rage ends, I can do that on my turn as a bonus action. I've already used my bonus action to rage, so I can't do it this time. But oh no, I do. It just happens. I'm reading it now. It doesn't say you can teleport. It says you teleport. So I teleport. And I'm going to teleport 30 feet above this motherfucker, and I'm going to bring enlightenment down on its dumb head. As I fall 30 feet down through the trees, I'm just going to crack it.
Okay.
So my hair goes, and then I just go, and I'm gone.
Where'd he go? Victor, no!
I come flying out. I think we'll call this one a reckless attack. Just a thought. It seems like maybe it's a reckless attack. Which one is Talon trained on right now?
The larger of the two.
Guy.
Big one. I will strike the small one.
Oh.
That's a natural 20, motherfucker.
Oh my god!
Oh, reckless attack. Oh lord. So normally this is 2d6, but I'm falling. Would you like me to add anything
I am
to that?
assigning fall damage to the both of you. I think that only seems fair. So that's double
fair.
my dice as well for both of you,
Definitely
in my
fair.
opinion. So that's
Sure.
so that's 18 to both of you.
Why the fuck not? Okay, so, but I'm halved to 9. So that's 26. And my damage on that roll is 14 plus 5 is 19 damage.
Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Did you just do 37 points of damage at level 3?
Maybe.
Casual.
What would you like to do as Victor teleports?
Hang on.
As Victor teleports into the sky 30 feet. Well, first you see him go like a la Super Saiyan Rage. His hair like floats up in these tendrils above his head. And then he teleports. He bamps out of sight, leaving nothing behind but this like faint foggy wisp. And then you see him 30 feet above with your dark vision plummet through the trees, like snapping branches and twigs as he smashes this griffin right in the side of the head with enlightenment, simultaneously falling on top of the griffin. What would you like to do?
How's that griffin looking?
Real beat up.
Okay. I yeah, okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to match that, but I'm going to.
Don't feel bad. No one can.
No, they're doing fine. They're doing fine. They don't even need blessings. That's fine. Okay. I am going to walk. I'm gonna try and walk like a kind of like a semicircle to try and get around behind the griffins towards what they were chewing at. And I will cast. Let's just do a Toll the Dead on the beat up griffin. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does make it. I'm pretty confident. Oh, that's minus 17?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that'll do it.
Does Toll the Dead still do half damage if it succeeds? No, none. Sad.
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip.
If that is all, we're back to Talon.
Oh, actually, you know what? I will bonus action spiritual weapon.
Nice.
So I can feel somewhat
Well,
useful in
what-
the fight.
What is your spiritual weapon?
So here's the thing. With Apollo, I'm like, I don't think a lyre could necessarily be used as a weapon.
You'd be surprised.
You know, it could be a small chariot.
Yo!
Hell yeah.
That's so dope, though.
Just getting run over by a chariot.
So
That's
it's
fucking awesome.
Apollo's sun chariot is my spiritual
Okay,
weapon.
can you roll to attack the same turn you summon it?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
You summon it on top of someone, essentially.
Yeah, within 30 feet of me, which should be in range of the griffins, I believe. Or no,
Alright, go
60
ahead, roll
feet,
the
so
hit.
yeah. Okay. That's a 12.
A 12 hits.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I run around the side of it and I mutter some incantations that don't seem to work, but then I change tactics and a chariot bursts out of the like snow in a fiery mist of light, and it deals 6 points of
Excellent.
damage.
Yes, so you all see as Puck runs around to the backside of the griffin. Looks like he's trying to either get a flank or get closer to whatever they were trying to eat. Nothing happens for a second, but then out of nowhere, this flaming chariot pulled by horses like steeds of fire emerges out from the snow, melting melting the snow around this patch as it comes out of it. And then just as the chariot reaches its arc, you see a flaming person, like embody, come out of the chariot wielding a flaming spear and dash it into this backside of the griffin. And as soon as the spear lances in, the fire fizzles out and it's just the chariot kind of doing circles where it was.
Who summoned a flaming horse?
Talon, it is now your turn.
So first off, as my bonus action, I'm going to use my use of Misty Step to go behind my target. And then I am going to stabby.
We will say
Fully.
that because of your teleportation behind the target, it is currently engaged with Herald. You'll have advantage on these attacks.
That's good. It's good that we have advantage. All right, so does a
Yes.
14 hits, yeah? Sick. Okay. That'd be 12 points of damage.
And that was to the larger one, yes?
the larger boy.
And, unfortunately, because Misty Step is a bonus action, you can't use your bonus action to attack with your other weapon. But sad days.
No.
But if that's everything, that brings us to the Griffin's turn once again. Victor, you are currently on top of one of the Griffins, as you have landed on it and smashed your massive war maul enlightenment into its head. You land atop it, and as opposed to trying to buck you off, it is going to fly upwards, provoking an opportunity of attack from Talon and Puck.
Can I, do I have to go with it, or can I jump off of it? Can I use my reaction to dismount?
No, that's
It doesn't
fair.
have me
You can go ahead
grappled.
and use your reaction to give me an acrobatics check to see if you can get off its back in time before it moves.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to stay on for now. I just wanted to know that I could
definitely.
leave.
Okay, so you're going to stay on. All right.
I'm going to ride this bitch.
Talon, Puck, if you would like, you guys can both give me reaction, your opportunity of attacks.
Sure.
With my
No,
spiritual
with
weapon?
your mace. Wait, can spiritual weapon get opportunities? Okay.
No.
I also don't. Is Puck
I
even
thought
close
he
to
had
them
just
right
sidled
now?
around to the other side.
Isn't he off?
I know, we don't have a map today. Puck, did you continue off, or did you just walk around to the backside of the Griffin?
I was trying to circle around them to get to where they were eating things. I wasn't sure if that would.
No, yeah,
necessarily
I think
put
if you
me
walked
next to
around
or
them to
not.
stay, because without taking an opportunity of attack going around them, then you would still be in range to get an opportunity of attack back.
I'll do my
Swing
best.
your hammer.
I'll see what I can hit. It's not quite my forte, you know, but
That'll do.
a 17 should do it.
You say that, but you've been knocking stuff up with that
It's
mace.
true.
Oh, okay, that's 8 points of
Nice.
bludgeoning damage.
Wait. 1 second.
That's what I'm saying, baby.
Oh, no, it's... Never mind. Never mind. It's good. It's not good. It's far from good, but it's still alive. Talon, did you take your opportunity of attack? Yep.
Will 15 hits. Just a wee little 4
Talon
points of
and
damage.
Puck, how would you like to do this as it tries to fly upwards with Victor on its back?
Can we
Imagining
combo attack?
chaotic smashing.
A sick combo attack?
Yeah.
Come on.
One go high, one go low.
Actually, well, I mean, I have a suggestion, but I don't know. I've never done a combo
Speak your
attack
heart.
with
Speak
someone
your
before
mind.
for
Tell
one of
me.
these.
I mean, I'm imagining. What do you want?
Okay, well, you're probably taller than me, so I'm gonna say that you do an overhead chop and it gets partway into the neck, and then I hit it with the mace from underneath and force the head further into your sword cut.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck. Yes.
That's just my idea.
As you, Talon and Puck, you both see this beast is trying to lift off the ground with your new compatriot on its back. He doesn't seem to be making any effort to get off, but realizing this is probably not for the best, Talon, you dive underneath it. You plunge your blade into its neck once again. Like, this thing's neck has really been messed up. And then just when you wedge it in, you see Puck swinging in his mace. So you just kind of duck your head out of the way. Puck, you hit right at the end like chisel and hammer as you ball peen that sword, that short sword, further and further into this griffin's throat, causing it to cease breathing, losing so much blood it falls dead. The larger of the two griffins has been slain. Or no, the smaller.
That was the baby one.
What? Really? I thought
No,
he
you
landed on the
smashed the little one.
No, I attacked the small
so
one.
the other griffin, with its turn, sensing that it is in danger, it is going to attack what it sees. Oh gosh. Is there any weak links? I think it's going to attack Talon, because it just got attacked from behind by Talon. Oh no, this poor griffin. So we have
makes sense.
2 crits.
Oh no!
2 crits becomes 14, 15, 16,
Okay.
17, 18, and so that's the first attack. And then the second attack,
Oh.
is
Somebody come get me
24.
immediately, please.
That's 36 damage total.
Well, I do be unconscious.
But that does bring the griffin's turn to an end,
Oh, no.
as it.
You're not dead, are you? You're not straight up dead, are you?
So you guys, Talon, you get off this really cool move, and as you do, it kind of gives this other griffin the opportunity to lurch from behind, and just as you turn to see it coming, it clamps down with its claw on your torso, driving you into the snow, and the last thing you see is this griffin's massive beak coming straight for your face, and then blackness. Harold.
Because Talon's dead, I don't get advantage
Yeah,
because I'm
agreed.
not flanking anymore.
Sorry.
Still, that's
19, big hit.
19. So that'll deal. Woo, big boy damage. 13 points of damage. And fuck it, I'll action surge. Oh, a 10.
No hit. But still
Damn.
a good chunk of damage. Harold, as you see Talon go down, you bring your greatsword up in like a nice sweeping motion and carve up alongside this creature's side and rib cage, and you can see blood start to drip down into the snow. This creature as well is not looking super good.
I'll just try to like draw its attention so that people can get to Talon. I'll just be like trying to like wave my sword in front of it and like come at me.
Go ahead and roll me a
Fight me.
deception check.
Oh, I'm great at those. Four.
All right, Victor.
All right. Do I have enough movement to get to Talon?
Yes, just.
Right. So I will
can
run
also
over
teleport
to
every
where
turn.
Talon's lifeless corpses.
Okay.
I'm aware. Don't worry. This might be some bullshit. Tell me if you think I can teleport with Talon, because she's unconscious and I pick her up.
I will say that's all your movement, your bonus, your action to pick her up, your bonus to teleport. Yeah, that works.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna make it an action to pick her up? It's less appealing. How far away?
Yeah,
Puck is
Puck's
close.
within like 5-10 feet of her. At
Puck
this
is not
point.
far.
They were both around the backside.
Okay, then we're not. I was going to deliver her to Puck, but if I don't hit anything, I will stop raging. So that's not a good idea. I will instead just sort of, I will get over top of her so that the griffin can't attack her anymore. Go, Puck! Life support! And just crack this thing
Okay.
across the head with a reckless attack. That is
Hits.
a 21 to hit. That is 13 points of damage.
All right, with 13 points of damage, it is still up as you jump over top of Talon's, at this point, seems to be non-moving body. You swing at the face of this creature as it's now turned, beak wide open, screeching at you, trying to get at Talon underneath you. And seeing that opportunity, you bring Enlightenment down once again, and you actually see the beak snap a little bit, crack from the impact of your hammer.
And then I'm going to teleport onto its back. And
Good.
grab a fistful of feathers.
Good to know. Fuck.
So I'm going to rush over to Talon. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. And we're just going to hope we roll high. So she heals for 11. And then I'm going to, again, try and rotate behind with what movement I have left and see if I can't see what the situation was that where
Oh,
they
yeah.
were
At this
pecking at
point, you're
earlier.
already kind of on that backside. So when you heal Talon, you look over at that mess, and you're very confident that that is a corpse of a humanoid creature.
Okay. I'm just gonna bonus action
Hmm?
spiritual weapon. Yep.
Run that chariot.
That's a 15 to
hits.
hit.
Yeah.
For 5 points of damage.
All right. Talon, you're conscious.
I've got you.
Where am I? What happened?
There's a big burb in front of you.
Thanks, I guess. Fuck, alright. Try and hit that. Would my Slayer's Prey have worn off because I was unconscious?
That's so weird, but no.
I don't think so.
Then no.
It doesn't say anything in the rules.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not
Still got it.
concentration.
You're just pissed. You're just more pissed.
No, it's not. Sick. Try to kill me. Kill you. Alright, that's gonna be a 14
Hit.
to hit. And then I will do... 8 points of damage on my first hit. And then I'm going to take my second attack, and that's going to be 21 to hit.
Talon, how would you like to do that?
Well, thought you'd never ask. I am going...
It
it's
is
facing
currently,
me?
yes. It is like looming over you.
Or looming over me, I'm going to like almost in one motion, like push myself up from the snow and bring my sword like over my head and slash down the front of its skull. And like
Okay.
drive it in.
So as it stands there in front of you, like beaming its hawk face, you see Victor is like on the back of it, like jostling, holding on for control. And it's kind of freaking out a little bit, but as it goes like down for another strike, you very swiftly like just move out of the way as you push yourself up from the snow, grab that sword, plunge it into the skull, dig deeper, deeper, deeper until it stops to move. And as the adrenaline wears off, you realize you're hurting. Victor, as some time passes, that pain finally hits you.
I use that last bit of stray magic to just teleport myself
Okay.
over to where the corpse is, and land, and then take a breath, and my hair falls.
All right. But yes, that does bring combat to a close. Y'all survived. Congratulations, you did it. First big monster fight. Woo!
Monster.
Hold on, I'm switching music. Why would I be switching music?
Because why not?
So, as you
Thing really tried
as you
me.
finish combat and wipe the sweat from your brow and the blood from, well, everywhere, Victor, you look down as you the light from your torch just reaches to where you are, and you can make out the shapes. It looks like there's a corpse, very clearly a corpse, not an injured man, not a wounded person. It's a corpse. It's been picked at, but it also looks like it's resting on top of something, like it's mounded up in a way that doesn't really make sense.
I would also like to rush
I'll-
over.
Yeah, I'll remove the corpse and
Okay.
see what's underneath it.
I assume
head
you
over.
you head over to the
I grab the torch and then head over.
Yeah, bring my torch, please, so I can see.
Right, there you go.
So as you
You-
slough off the corpse and push it into the snow as it's cold and frozen, and it's honestly amazing that anything was eating this at all, you see under that corpse, almost as like it had rigor mortis its arms taut, as you pry them apart, you see a young human man, probably 17 or 18. His tears have frozen onto his face, but he is alive, just whimpers as you pull the corpse over off of him, and you all see this in the light of the torch, in the cold and in the snow.
My goodness.
Are you
All right.
Matthias? Are you hurt anywhere?
I don't know.
I do the kind of first responders thing and just kind of check him over.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I assume the person you were hiding underneath was Garrick.
15.
15. He seems to be in relatively good shape. He's got a few nicks and cuts and scrapes, but nothing life-threatening. And Victor, as you ask your question, he looks up at you, and again, more tears seem to stream down, forming this almost like a little icy little waterfall off the side of his face, as they seem to almost freeze in place as he looks at you. Yeah, it was.
Well, it is quite cold out here. I see you have a similar face freezing problem as I do,
Oh,
so we should get you back to Smellemshire.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Can you walk?
You see him stand up slowly, but he props himself up with one arm and then climbs up onto his knees and takes a deep breath before he slowly makes his way up onto his feet.
Before we depart, I just want to look over the body and see if there's any valuables that should be returned to family or anyone.
Don't worry about it. Talon will be bringing him back as well.
Okay.
And I'll get Garrick over my shoulder and I will take him.
So they
If I have to like wrap him in something, if he's like too grotesque, like if he's been like picked apart, I'll wrap him in like
you
a
take
fur
like
or
a
something.
blanket out of your adventurer's pack and wrap him in it because it is quite grotesque, like ripped open, like organs and tissues, and not a nice sight.
I'll wrap him in my bedroll. I'm not worried about it being bloody because it's all gonna be frozen. So can't get gross.
While this is all going on, can I just can I look over the griffins, see if they have anything? They probably just have like feathers and stuff, but who knows?
Yeah, so as you look over the griffins, it looks like the one that Talon killed, that chunk of beak that had been... No, sorry, the one that Victor and Talon and Puck... Oh, yeah. The one that they killed, its beak has, like, chipped off, and there's, like, a little point of a griffin's beak laying in the snow. Other than that, there's no valuables or any gold or anything, just the griffin's corpses themselves.
I'll just take that piece of beak. And also, I did something to that griffin too.
You're right. You did. I'm sorry.
All right. We should. It is bloody cold. We should get back.
Yeah, we really should.
Matthias, was there anyone else out here?
No, it was. It's just.
Puck, what was your assessment? Is he okay? Is he concussed?
No, he's just in shock.
I will. I will light another torch. And hand it to Matthias. So stay warm and stay lit.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
And I will. I'll walk at the back this time. I'm just going to make sure he doesn't veer off and stays and everything.
Take the front.
Go ahead and give me a survival check, Talon, as you lead the group back. And can I get... I will just get one Constitution save from everybody as they make their way back.
15 for the survival check. 19.
15 Constitution.
10.
Okay. You
11.
Perfect. You all
18.
succeed your Constitution save. That's what I meant, not a check, but I've got a bad habit of that one. But yeah, you all manage to follow the path, the blood, and the footprints back to Smellemshire. Talon, you start to get into some slightly more familiar terrain as you get closer to Smellemshire. You start to pick up the speed, but you all do eventually make it back. Seems like by the time you're back, it's around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. The carnival, the festival has finished, and there is a certain calmness over the town.
Matthias, you have a home to return to. Can we take you to your home?
Well, I do have a home, but it's just me living there. I think I'd like to maybe go stay with Dorothy and Garen, if that'd be all right.
I'm sure as long as they will accept you in their home, which I don't see why they wouldn't. Seems like a good idea.
Thank you for saving me. Could I maybe see Garrick's face? Would that be okay?
Of course.
Do I remember what Garrick looked like just before we put him in the bed, like his face?
His face was preserved for the most part. It was mostly his torso that had been ripped open.
Okay.
After all, even though we were the ones who managed to slay those beasts, I would say that Garrick here was the one who saved you the most.
Right.
I'll take him off my shoulder and I'll peel it back so you can see his face. I will, before he sees it though, just like make sure he's not like in shock, like close his mouth and like close his eyes and make it so he's not a horrifying visage. And
Okay,
then show him.
You coroner style, like close the eyes and like close the mouth and shed some of the, like wipe some of the icy sweat beads off of his face and out of his hair before you lower it down so that Matthias can see. Instantly. Yeah?
Can I... This is gonna sound a bit weird. I'd like to channel divinity, preserve life, and I'd like to split my healing up between heal Matthias and maybe Talon a bit, but also use some of the healing to try and like patch up Garrick a little bit.
So as you do so, the color returns very slightly to Garrick's cheeks, like the thaw. Oh my god, the hay, like straw-like hair comes. Yeah, that's the one. Straw-like hair comes back, has a little bit more life in it. You see like the broken bones and the body itself starts to mend a little bit. And Matthias, you see him feel a little warmer, and he looks a little bit healthier as well. But you definitely do make the corpse less horrifying, as it were, as Matthias looks down at the visage of his friend, his lost friend. And instantaneously, the second he sees his face, he just starts to weep. Like he falls to his knees and like puts his hand like very, very gingerly over Garrick's face and just kind of like brushes his hair away. Now that you guys are seeing it, Garrick's not a whole lot older than Matthias is. Like Garrick was probably only 19 or 20 years old himself. So it hits pretty hard. Matthias eventually, gathers his composure just a little bit and thanks you all promptly before heading off in the direction of Dorothy's home.
We should take this man to Toby, correct?
Probably.
Or, well, I'm sure Garen will get the news from Matthias.
Yeah. Oh. Gotta get it done.
Yes. I'll pick him up. We'll take him to Toby. Where does Toby dwell?
I was
We'll go to Toby's house.
about to say, have any of you been to Toby's house?
Don't think so.
The police station. Guess it's probably Toby's house.
No, but can I get someone to roll a straight intelligence check? Actually, all of you. This seems smart. We'll give you 4 chances to fail.
10.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Damn it.
14.
Talon, the rest of you are like, I really have no clue, like, where he lives. And then Talon, you're like, oh, well, there is the bell tower in the center of town, and I haven't seen him go anywhere else except there. Like, he seems to hang out there a lot. Maybe that's where he lives.
Good plan. Let's go to the bell tower.
Okay. You guys make your way into the center of town. You see a lot of people heard the news, and it got a little solemn after, so a lot of the festival cleanup has been left until tomorrow. You know, lots of stands are like half put away, and people just didn't have the energy to finish. As you make your way, it really is quite a sad state as the snow starts to fall even harder than before. The wind gets even blusterier and colder, and all of the warmth that this village had is gone in this dark night. Even most lanterns have been put out, as most people here are asleep. But you do make it to the bell tower. Feels a little ghost towny after how many people were here in this center, in this square. What do you do? About 45 seconds pass before a very sleepy Toby answers the door. He's now in like a one-piece pajama, like an orange. It's a little bit too long in the legs and too long in the arms, but he's still wearing the same beanie. Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, it's you. Oh, you're back.
We've been better. To answer your question. Matthias is safe with Garen and Dorothy.
Good.
Recovered. Garrick was not as lucky. And I will bring him down.
Oh, God.
He saved the young boy. Used his own body as a shield to save him. They were clearly very close.
Oh, that they were. You don't know the half of it. They were both orphaned very young during the war.
Truly do not.
So, well, they're a bit like brothers, but I'll take the body. Thank you, for your service. I think it might be best if we all get some sleep, yeah?
You know where to find us.
Thank you.
There is a service I would like to attend.
Very well. I will see you all tomorrow.
Night.
Hi, Toby. Well, back to the house.
Indeed. Perhaps. Your mother is there.
Oh, don't tease me.
You never know.
I know my mom, and if it's a game, she wouldn't reveal herself. She's kidnapped. She's kidnapped.
You and her mother quite close.
She's the only person I've spent a significant amount of time with outside of literally you, books.
What about you all? Fuck, Harold.
What?
What?
Do you have people you are close to?
They're a long ways away.
I mean, I guess my mum and dad, but I don't really know if my dad's alive anymore. And I haven't heard from my mum in a long time. So I don't know.
It's nice to have something to care about. Someone so loved in your life that you would use your body as a shield against griffins.
Do you have anyone, Victor?
I did. I do. Maybe. I don't know anymore. I'd like to find out, though. Before some
Seems
other griffins
we're-
get him.
Things roll a little bit lost.
We should get some rest. All of my wounds are making me sentimental. And I don't like it.
I do.
And I guess we'll retire for the night then.
Yeah.
Well, if we're all in agreement, you guys head your way back to the home that has been set for you, that's been given to you here in Smolenskshire. You enter in, and as you walk in, notice that it already has a familiar smell. You haven't been here long, but you're like, this is safe. You all make your way to your own bedrooms for the first time to be slept in. Victor, I believe you are upstairs in the attic.
Yes, how many?
Three.
We have 2 bedrooms, right?
I'm on the
3
kitchen
bedrooms?
floor.
Right. I knew Harold slept on the floor. I just couldn't remember where everyone else was.
Should we all contribute our bedrolls so it's a little more...
Puck is going to
My
head back to
bedroll
the
is
inn.
currently wrapped around a dead person, so
I would like to offer my bedroll.
You don't need to do that. It's really okay.
It's not like I'm using it. I've got a bed.
I guess. Thank you.
Harold, this is called a gift. We are giving it to you
I know what a gift.
as a
Loan.
show of kindness.
I do know what a gift
no
is.
bother.
I just usually don't get them. So
Yes, you academically understand a gift, correct?
yeah.
Good. Now you are receiving the emotional knowledge of receiving one. Accept the new feelings. Accept the experience. Accept the knowledge.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Puck,
Thank you for the bedroll.
Welcome, Harold.
Puck would go back to his
Okay.
room at the inn.
Puck, are you not staying tonight?
I have a room at the inn, so Harold can use my room for tonight.
I already claimed the floor, and I don't know. You might be lonely, so you might come back, and I don't want to be in your bed. So,
It's
if you want
fine.
it,
I should check on Goran anyways, see what kind of trouble he got up to.
All right, well, meet back here in the morning then.
Sure.
So, Victor, you make your way up to the attic with this little hay loft, kind of a bed, good enough. Talon, you get comfortable in the one of the beds that must have belonged to one of these men. Harold, do you take the floor or do you take the bed?
I take the floor in my armor.
Okay. Harold takes the floor in his armor. But you all get
We'll teach him how
you
to
all
sleep
get
yet.
a little comfier. As Puck, you make the lonely and very cold walk back to the Smolenskshire Inn and Tavern. As you open the door, you see a couple people sleeping at their tables, honked all the way out. No one behind the bar, no music, just cold.
I maybe half-heartedly just scan the room and see if Goran is
Don't see
there
Goran
or
down
not.
here.
Pike heads
Puck.
up to his room as he's walking.
On your way up to your room, coming from Goran's room, you hear a very familiar and loud snoring.
Puck starts to unfasten just like parts of like his armor to get his heavy mail off, and as he gets in his room, he just kind of like starts to drop armor pieces on the floor just as he's walking, just like gauntlet, shoulder. And by the time he gets to the bed, he probably just has like his greaves still on, and he kind of just like looks at the dried blood on his hands and just begins to weep as tears start to stream down his cheek, and he just kind of sits there until he either passes out or cries himself dry.
Yeah. It's a fair reaction to have. It's been a very 180 kind of night. But with everyone comfortable in their beds or very uncomfortable in their armor on the floor, we're going to bring tonight's session to a close. Chapter 2, baby.